that he gonna see you through. Because times might be hard now, but they're only gonna get harder, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, that was it today.
That's it. All right. Go to it was more to the 62.
It was 67 goes with it. But...
Okay, you can read it.
Okay.
Drink was there?
Isaiah 62:7.
Gotta bring no water?
Oh, we good. We good.
I said, y'all ain't got nothing to drink? Y'all ain't got nothing to hand out to drink?
Oh no, we ain't handing out nothing.
Isaiah 62:7. And give him no rest till he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth.
Yeah. So our job is to come out here and prophesy until he established and make Jerusalem, all right, which was a people before it was a place. It's talking about the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. So pretty much our kingdom come. But really when he started to manifest his tearing down of America as well, man, because that's going to be the start of it. It's like a seesaw. Esau's on top now, all right, and we're on the bottom, and then eventually that seesaw is going to turn, and we're going to be on the top, man. This nigga mad because
We ain't got no water for him. He knew it was hot when he stepped up the tub.
he probably see us with Bibles and like, oh, they got to. Go ahead. That's it to that. Get 2nd Ezra 9.
Second Ezra chapter 9 verse 1. And he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass.
Lock it. Get Ecclesiastes 3 first, and then we're gonna come back. Because a lot of people, as you can see, time is definitely speeding up, man. But time is a key factor with prophecy, man. It's not like every time the Lord come down here and he's about to manifest a prophecy, he's going to come down here and send a text out to everybody. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay attention to what's going on.
Send a tweet.
Yeah, send a tweet. He's sending a text, a Facebook post. He's going to hit all social media so everybody will know. No, you got to pay attention. Like he had just read, you got to measure the time, man. Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything there's a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven.
To everything there's a season, and a time for everything to a purpose under heaven. Meaning, there's a time for everything. You know what I'm saying? You might be joking at work, and your supervisor might get on you like, man, no, it's a time and place for everything. The same is with prophecy, man. We can come out here every weekend. Hey, Lord willing, it's not, man, but it could be like 2 more years, all right? But does that mean that it's not going to happen? That we're just blowing smoke, so to speak? No, that just means at a certain time it is going to happen. Because there's a certain time for everything to happen, man. You know, the Lord could have raised up the one who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ, all right? Could have raised him up and saved Israel the next day if he wanted, but that ain't how he had it written out, man. He had us fall, all right? We ruled a little bit during the dark ages. We fell when slavery. We on the bottom, and now he's about to come and redeem us. It's a time for everything. And next is what? Is our time, is going to be our time to rule. Go ahead.
Verse 8. A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace.
Yep, a time to love and a time to hate. All right, a time of war and a time of peace, and this is definitely a wartime right now, man. You can just you look at the news, you see all the nuclear talks and the upgrading of weapons, and trying to position themselves in certain strategic areas in case there is a war. All right, America trying to have the upper hand and make sure other countries don't have nuclear power. This is that time of war, man.
China and Russia doing the biggest war games in their history right now.
Hey, it's a time. It's a time for everything, like you said. Say this.
how do we know it's a time of war and time of hate? That's a real question. Because you might ask somebody else and say, oh, it's time of love. Look, how do you know that? Like the brother said, is basically going out and looking what's going on in society. That's how you know what time it is, by looking at what time it is. You know, if somebody's outside your house and wanting to fight, it's time to fight. That's what that means. So, because you got these boneheaded Christians that sit there and say, it's not a time of hate, it's a time of love. We all need to come together and do this and do that, and that's how we're gonna overcome. No, man, people are warring against each other, man. This ain't the like when the hippies was doing their thing. That was like a time of little love and shit, smoking their little weed and shit, and the baby boomers and all that. You know what I'm saying? That was a time of, but that was a time of war. Because they was screaming about peace, and the war still happened. You know?
Vietnam.
Time, whatever's going on, that's what time it is, man. You know, a lot of you, like I said, you niggas don't know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? Like they always say, you better recognize what time it is. Basically, recognize what's going on here, man. You know? Like I said, you bonehead Christians, here it is. America's threatening Iran, putting sanctions on them, threatening Russia. You know, they ain't making no threats towards Iran because they ain't got their nuclear capability. Now they're trying to grovel now. But overall, they're talking about war, man. And you talking about hugging. You know, you got niggas strapping up their boots, cleaning their rifles, and you talking about come on, guys, let's go talk this out, man. It don't work like that. That shit only works in the movies, man. Sure, they put real life things in movies, but there's some BS in movies that don't work in real life, man. Okay? Like a woman picking up a 50 cal or a stand-up machine gun and unloading and standing up, man. A grown man can't do that, man. That type of stuff don't work in real life. Or the power of love overwhelming the evil force. You know? That's not real life, man. You know? Like Dave Chappelle did a comedy skit showing how movies would have ended right then and there, man. Like Pretty Woman and all that shit. You know? Come on, she a prostitute, and he was like, hey, she told him that story, and he was like, it's time for you to get the fuck out my house. You know? Like, you gotta go. That's real life, man.
You talking about what they did the interview? You talking about back in college?
Nah.
Oh, okay, all right.
They were laying in the bed. They did a little skit like, okay.
Was it something on the end though?
Second Ezra chapter 9 verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Yep, and this is the world that he made, all right? And part of those signs is, and like it said in Revelations, it's had two wolves, all right, and one has passed. There's been 2 world wars. You the valuing of the currency, pretty much the tearing down of America's in itself, man. You got a lot of financial analysts sitting here saying like this is pretty much it, man. America's bubble is about to pop. All right, no matter how long it's been coming out, you've been hearing it, or how many stimulus packages they didn't help the economy, so to speak. At a point in time, it's gonna